is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the trap spot, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bullets Gotti. You already know what it is. So this video right here is to talk about King Disease 3. I want to say King Disease 3, great album, powerful album. It got a message to it. You know, they always say it's a message in the glass bottle. Well, Nas gave you a message in the glass bottle. And he spoke about a lot. I'm going to keep it real. In my opinion, you know, Nas is aging gracefully as an artist. You know what I'm saying? To be almost 50, right? And still rocking a microphone. And still killing it. You know what I mean? This is a dude that came in the game at the age of, I think, 16, 17. He did Illmatic. He's recording Illmatic. Because he recorded it in 91. So from 91 to 1994, he was working on Illmatic. What a lot of people don't understand is, right? Illmatic was an album that was ahead of his time. Like he said, he was a 8th grade dropout. You know what I'm saying? And to have the highest vocabulary and just the way of being a great storyteller and a visualizer, you know, Nas is that. You know, changed the game of hip hop. Changed the game, you know. Changed the game at 16 when he met Large Professor, and then working on an album at 17, going on 18, and then dropping the album at 19, you know, 19 going on 20. So Nas is one of the many pioneers, man, that changed the game. And what I like about King Disease 3 is that it gives you a picture. It paints a deep picture of what's going on in the urban environments, what's going on in the community, what's going around people every day, you know, and what people go through. You know, Nas was basically why I always say Nas is my favorite rapper, because his messaging always was deep. Same like with Tupac, and you know, those two was and even Mos Def, man. I'm a huge Mos Def fan. You know, when you listen to artists like that, man, that have a deep messaging, the music hits different. And when you listen to Nas, his music hits different. Now with King Disease, he's showing you a man aging gracefully at the age of 49, going on 50. He's talking about being an older man at his age, and talking about getting a hold, and talking to the youth like, yo, this ain't worth it. You know, stop the violence. Let's do better. You know what I'm saying? How we going to cease all this violence that's going on in the hood? All this gang shit, all the things that's going on. You know, how we going to get, how is the youth going to get old, you know? And then, you know, you got joints like Legit. You got joints like Dirty. You got joints like, you know, Serious Interlude, where he's talking about a relationship with an older woman that her man was like the biggest drug dealer in the hood, and he was, you know, he was like he was a side nigga, and he basically had a relationship with her, and he was talking about, yo, you don't need the money or the flash or none of that to get the girl you want. All you need is just you. Be you and have your confidence. You know, which is one of my favorites, where he got Mario on the hook, which is dope. Him and Mario going back and forth on the hook. You know, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. You know, it's a dope. Me personally, him and Hit Boy did it again. I look at Nas and Hit Boy as like Francis Ford Coppola and Al Pacino going in to do the Godfather trilogy. Like, this is 3, and but it's well produced, and the storyline is a little more better. You know, that's what you know. King's Disease give me. It gives me a great storyline to the trilogy. You know, and to keep it real, man, Nas has shown that he's the greatest rapper alive. He's the best lyricist. He's the best storyteller. He is the greatest rapper alive. You know, to be in the game from 91 going on to 2022, going into 2023, he is still relevant. He is still one of those go-to guys. He still is a great wordsmith. He's showing people that he can be versatile and rap on different type of beats, whether it's trap, whether it's is you know, boom bapish, whatever it is, he can spit on those type of beats. And that's what sets Nas apart from everybody else. That he is one of a kind artist. He's a one of a kind rapper. You know, people can say whatever they want, but he's one of a kind. I don't think there'll ever be another rapper like Nas. You know what I'm saying? Where he set the pinnacle. When he dropped Illmatic, he set the pinnacle for a lot of artists. That's why, you know, I always say that Nas always gotta get his flowers, because I didn't see no other rapper did what this man did in '94 with Illmatic, and then to do what he did in 2022 with King's Disease 3. It's like, damn, son, this nigga's really that dude. You know, he's really that dude. And, you know, it's hard work, man. He put it in, man. He put it in. He really put it in. Alright, man. You know, the shot he threw at Jay-Z, the shot he threw at Pete Rock, which was understandable. You know, Pete Rock with the corny ass lawsuit, which was is type corny, I'm not gonna lie. He addressed it. Everybody like they should have been addressed it. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, because a lot of artists is not going to address the situation the way it is. And Nas addressed it, everything on the table. You know, Nas is showing that he is the more superior rapper and he's better than Jay-Z. Jay-Z, in my opinion, is a flash in the pan rapper. You know, the production saved Jay-Z for so many years. You know, and working with Hit Boy preserved Nas as an artist. It showed that Nas can work with just one producer and put out a classic album. Like everybody was talking about, oh, Nas, he talked about that, about how dudes was complaining about his beat selection. Oh, Nas picked whack beats and all that, right? And he showed dudes that I could do the same thing Jay do. I can get a fire-ass producer and make classic music and have banging production. And that's what people don't understand. That's what Nas showed everybody, that he can do the same thing. And that's what he did with this album. He showed that he can have a great production, great beats, it's great everything, and come out on top. And he came out on top on this album. You know, he came out on top on this album. He really did. He came out on top. He showed the world that he's one of a kind, man. He's one of a kind, man. And no rapper right now can basically do what Nas did in 2022. You know, to come off of doing Magic in 2021 and King's Disease 2, right? And then after King's Disease, before King's Disease 2 and Magic, there was King's Disease 1. And since he been working with Hit Boy, man, all they been doing was classics. All he been dropping is classics. All they been releasing is legendary music, man. Music that is good for the soul. This album was good for the soul. I tell anybody that if you go back and you listen to this album, it was good for the soul. It needed to be like a lot of the joints on there. Some of the stuff that, you know, the homie was talking about, man, with some realism in it, man. With some realism. You know, some realism. He kept it 1,000 on the album, man. And like I said, man, You got rap cats, man, they can't mess with Nas. I'ma just keep it real. Hove can't mess with Nas. The records, I don't care how much dudes could fiend for that God did verse. Nas been spitting that. Come with something better. He can't. You know, his whole blueprint was Nas. You know, and with this album, man, you know, with everything that I feel, in my opinion, is giving Grammy vibes. I can see the Grammy coming because hitting him is not missing. They hitting, man, and they hitting in the right way, and they making classics every time they hit. We see it on doing what Nas did, man. You know, you ain't see many artists doing what Nas did. You know, he changed the game in an understatement. He changed the game. I mean that. Shit is crazy, man. You know, shit is crazy. But I just go to show you that, you know, Nas is top 10. You know, he's a man of, you know, the people, and he gonna give you the opinion of the unheard. Yeah. And it's like, damn, bro. It's like nobody understood that. Everybody was like, oh, Nas, he's done with rapping, he's done with everything. But it's like, Nas is in him. It's in him. He got a lot more to accomplish. And people gotta understand, man. You know, it's crazy because, you know, it's really hard to really see like how anybody could talk about making classics. You know, they definitely was making classics, man. So it's what it is, man. It's sad that, you know, now Nas is getting his flowers. Before, people wasn't giving Nas his flowers. It's sad, but it's also a good look for him. So, salute to the brother. Alright. So, yeah, the Nas album is a classic, like I said in this video, man. And listening to the whole album, like, I'm not gonna lie, that 30 record, people gotta listen to that. He throw his shots at Search and Pete Rock. And really and truly, Nas is the greatest of all time. Sorry to tell y'all. Your favorite rapper can't mess with Nas. It is what it is.